Tremendous NXT Takeover tonight. 31. NXT Takeover. A lot of returns and great matches. That's all I can say about this takeover. This is one hell of a takeover. And the ending, besides after the great match, is turning NXT to a new direction. And Capital Wrestling Center, which is the Performance Center, but the way it's designed with the plexiglass and mesh, along with screens like they have at Thunderdome, but there's also jumbotrons all around. It's great. Hopefully they do this for the Raw and SmackDown if they move back to the Performance Center once the contract's up at the Orlando Magic Arena. And NXT, when their shows come up every Wednesday, they'll keep it set. They allowed in some fans, and they had kind of stand-ins from Beth Phoenix and Ray Bear, even though Beth Phoenix and Ray Bear were on commentary, because you see on the side a woman and a man. Like, people were wondering, who are these? So, well, back to this. This is entertainment, and this is my review of NXT TakeOver 31. And let's get us out of the way. I was 1 for 5 in my predictions. I did terrible. 200 average in baseball terms. Alright, so with the first match right out of the bat is the North American title match between Damien Priest and Johnny Gargano. I predicted Johnny Gargano win here because I predicted Johnny Gargano the Gargano family sweep. Obviously that did not happen tonight. But first, Johnny Gargano, Damien Priest for North American title match, which Damien Priest won. Which is surprising. I did pick Johnny Gargano here. The match was fantastic. There was a couple of good spots. Well, it's a great opening match. There's a spot where Damien Priest jumped off. Gargano was outside the ring. Damien Priest jumped off. He's very athletic for a big man. For a 6 foot something by a big man, he's very athletic, Damien Priest. He's very strong. He's a complete package. Gargano moved, and Damien Priest landed on two security guards, but they Performance Center employees. Referee goes to check on them. So while the referee is distracted by checking on them, Gargano low blows Damien Priest. Damien Priest goes right inside the ring, so feeling the effects of the low blow. And Gargano does his DDT. Damien Priest kicks out. Okay. There's a couple of the ending of this match. A couple of kicks that Gargano gave to Damien Priest. Oh, before I get that, the Razor's Edge. He gave Gargano a Razor's Edge. He just kind of threw him. He was outside the ring, and Gargano on the Razor's Edge, and he kind of threw him onto the apron. Oh, that's very dangerous. Any move onto the apron is dangerous. People don't like it. Even though it's exciting, he says that it's a very dangerous spot. It's the hardest spot of the ring, and it can mess up your back. But if you get to the ending, Gargano give him a couple kicks. It looks like Damien Priest is groggy. It looks like he's about to be finished off. Gargano was going for CDT, but Priest managed to fight off his grogginess, I guess. He looked really groggy from those kicks. He fought them off, managed to catch Gargano with his DDT, and gave him his finishing move. And 1, 2, 3, Damien Priest retains the North American Championship, leaving one half of the Gargano family titleless. Still, I mean, they're both titleless, but not getting a title here. On to the next match. So, we got an NXT announcement to make. Shotzi Blackheart, fan of horror, massive horror fan. On her Instagram, she's doing these days 1, 2, 3, all the way up to Halloween, recommending what horror movie to watch. So, they're using her for this promotion of NXT Takeover, not NXT Takeover, but an NXT show. October 28th, she's hosting it. And guess what? It's named after WCW's Halloween Havoc. You know, Chambers of Horror Smash 91. The Giant falls off in 95, then Mercury survives and comes back at the end of the show. And in 98, the famous Hogan Warrior match with the fireball. Yeah, that pay-per-view. And in that same pay-per-view, Goldberg and DDC match ran off before the main event was going on, but the show went off the air on pay-per-view. So they had a show on Nitro. Yeah, that pay-per-view. But I'm excited. I like Halloween Havoc. I always like it. It's always one of the top 5 pay-per-views of WCW, which is Halloween Havoc, Bash at the Beach, Starrcade, Fall Brawl, Spring Stampede, or whatever. I don't know the 5th one. But so she's hosting it. It's NXT Halloween Havoc. I prefer Halloween Havoc to be replacing Hell in the Cell, where they could have Hell in the Cell for Halloween Havoc, which is better. But I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm gonna watch it. I love Shotzi Blackheart, so I'm excited for NXT Halloween Havoc. August 28th. Not August. October 28th. Stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. Next, we have the Cruiserweight title match between defending champion Santos Escobar, being led by his henchman. He was wearing a mask, blah blah. He was mocking now, obviously. Takes the mask off. Isaiah Swerve's number 10 was ready in the ring. The match started. Those two guys got involved. There's one spot in the match where the referee's distracted by one of the henchmen. I forget which one. The henchman grabs Isaiah Swerve's foot, and Santos Escobar did the move. Isaiah Swerve kicked out. For some reason, like apparently every Latin Mexican wrestler has to do the 3 amigos, which is 3 suplexes, right? And that's what Santos Escobar did. I don't know why. Does all of them have to do it? He did it. Maybe it's just a mock, because he's kind of mocking Latin tradition. Those guys got involved again, and then all of a sudden, the new guy, Adonis, I think his name was, got involved, managed to take those guys out and whatever. So those guys were not a factor anymore. But eventually, Santos Escobar got the win, and they won, and he won, defending his championship, which is obvious. I look at Santos Escobar, but like, you know what? This guy doesn't need me in the Cruiserweight division. I think he's in the Cruiserweight division to give him some star power, but I can see this guy being a North American title picture or whatever in the higher card. Because look at Cameron Grimes. He's bigger than Cameron Grimes, and Cameron Grimes is not in the Cruiserweight division. I'm just saying. I think Santos Escobar, once he's out into Cruiserweight stuff, I think he's going up higher in the card. Because I think he's too good for the Cruiserweight division. I think a lot of them guys in NXT are too good. The guys in that Cruiserweight division are too good for the Cruiserweight division. But he needs star power. Alright. Next, we got a rematch. Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai from NXT TakeOver Toronto back in 2019. Now in this situation, Io Shirai is the babyface and Candice LeRae is the heel. Candice LeRae blames Io Shirai for everything. In that latter match back in March, when Io Shirai became the #1 contender, she eye-gouged Candice LeRae, making her fall. And Candice LeRae said in the promo package that V-neck package that helped her open up her eyes to see what she has to do. She has to do the Gargano way. That's why she became heel, right? So this match is good. Don't get me wrong, but what didn't live up to the NXT Takeover Toronto match. It wasn't good as that. That was a perfect match. This match became overbooking, and this is why. Okay. Candice LeRae accidentally hit the referee, right? The referee was distracted, blah blah blah. Okay. Then at one point, Candice LeRae was on the ground. Io Shirai was going for a moonsault. The ref is still down. Candice LeRae has her knees up, where Io Shirai does a moonsault, knees up. So Io Shirai kind of does a flip and kicks the referee out of the ring, knocking out the referee. Knocking out the referee was all dizziness out of the ring. And this is what happens. Candice LeRae managed to get the upper hand on Io Shirai. And all of a sudden, Johnny Gargano, persona of F shirt, like it's Bailey. Remember from Extreme Rules? Then he comes in, he'll count 1, 2, 3. The count 1, 2, 3, right? We only guys managed to 2 when Io Shirai kicks out. And this is the look on Johnny Gargano's face. He was shocked, right? Obviously shocked. But the other referee, Johnny Gargano goes out of the ring, tries to grab the NXT Women's title, saying, "No, this belongs to her, belongs to her." Gets back in the ring. The other referee comes too. Gargano starts arguing with the referee. Io Shirai still out, but Candice managed to get the NXT Women's title, right? She hits Io Shirai with it. Johnny Gargano's like, "Okay, I'm out." Candice goes for the 1, 2, pin for the 1, 2. Io Shirai kicks out. And then eventually Io Shirai gets the upper hand. Hits her with the moonsault. I believe it's a moonsault the second time. Not the second time, but lands his moonsault and gets the 1, 2, 3, defeating Candice LeRae in a takeover once again. And the Gargano family on this night comes up titleless with no titles. I don't know if that's the word titleless. No titles. And then we got 2 special appearances. One return and one on the Jumbotron, or Titantron, whatever. Now, don't get me wrong here. I didn't pick Kyle O'Reilly to win, and I think the majority of people didn't pick Kyle O'Reilly to win, right? But this match made him look like a main eventer in the future. Because he had a tremendous match with Finn Balor. They both performed tremendously together. Both busted open this match. A lot of high flying moves, some lethal kicks between the two. Kyle O'Reilly took advantage of Finn's leg. He had him in the ropes, tries to give him a dragon screw in the ropes, and then he was hanging on the ropes. And, Kyle O'Reilly goes on the turnbuckle, jumps off to hit Finn and hit in the stomach. Right. Finn Balor gets the win here. Both busted open. Finn Balor gets the win here with this finishing move off the top rope. Not with the DDT that he has been using since last year. And Finn Balor looks at Kyle O'Reilly with a shine of respect, and this is what happens. So Finn is convinced that Kyle O'Reilly performed well, had a great match. He was happy, so he goes out to Kyle O'Reilly, offers him a hand, and Kyle O'Reilly takes it. They shake in a sign of respect. And then to end the show, member of Undisputed, the leader, gets attacked somehow. And is in the crowd. Not exactly in the crowd, but you know where he is. And this Rich Holland from you know Rich Holland, the NXT, the rugby player, was holding Adam Cole. Rich Holland was holding Adam Cole over his shoulder. He beat him up obviously, and he threw him over onto the ground. Kyle O'Reilly comes to check on him, and then the rest of Undisputed comes out. Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong comes out to check on him and say, "See what happened? What happened?" Kyle O'Reilly's like, they asked Finn Balor who's in the ring. He's like, "What happened?" Finn Balor says he didn't see anything, and Kyle O'Reilly looks like he's confused. Like, why did you guys leave him alone? Like, I don't know. Maybe like something's going on there. Like, did they leave Adam Cole alone where he could get attacked by Rich Holland? And speaking of that, before I end this review, looks like they're very high on Ridge Holland if you're getting involved with Undisputed Era, specifically Adam Cole. That's what I could tell. He's big, he's strong, he's fierce. We only seen him wrestle a few times. He has potential. And so they're very high on him if they're getting involved with Undisputed Era, and specifically Adam Cole. Well, I'm interested to see where it goes from there with Ridge Holland. And so that will end my show of NXT TakeOver 31. Overall, like I said, I love this pay-per-view. If it's only 2 hours and 15 minutes, but if it's well worth 2 hours and 15 minutes, I suggest if you didn't see it, go check it out on WWE Network or wherever you can. And before I go, I'll remind you that October 28th, NXT Halloween Havoc, hosted by Shayna Blackheart. SmackDown, we're going to have Big E versus Sheamus, False Calendarium match. The Fiend, first time ever on live TV, whether SmackDown or Raw, will take on Kevin Owens. And, yeah, I know this is not going to make people happy. And Sasha Banks challenging Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title on SmackDown. And finally, they won the draft on SmackDown, this upcoming SmackDown. So thank you, like, comment, subscribe down below. Have a good night.